That was also a pretty good transition.
Nice.
I'm getting better at it, except for the time I fucked it up.
Which is like every other time.
True. Joey, what episode is it? This is a fun game we played.
This is episode 50.
Very wrong.
What?
This is 43. However, it technically should be 44.
That is true.
But
Lost episode.
yeah, there is a lost episode where we talked, where not Joey, because he was sick last week, but we tried to do a recording last week. Me, AJ, and Dustin, and due to the inclement weather that hit the entire United States, I had power problems where my power would go off approximately every 20 minutes for about 5 seconds and then get back on. Corrupted 2 recording files where we tried to record, fucked it up. I was like, fuck it, we'll do it again. No, fucked it up again. And I was like, all right, well, we're done.
And in our second attempt, we tried speed running the
yeah, we
fuck
tried to
out of it.
speed. So we record like 30 minutes. Like, I mean, it's like a 3 gig file on my computer. And we started the second, we're like, all right, what the fuck did we cover in that 30 minutes? I'm just trying to speed run this shit. And then I think we got almost through that and was going to start talking about something new, and then fucking everything shut down again. I was like, fuck it. But, episode 43, I don't even know what, I think we had, okay. So there was some shit that we talked about last week that we do need to bring up this week that's not wrestling specific. AJ, nope, over there, has been putting out a fuck ton of content on the channel. Every time I open YouTube, I see a new video that he didn't tell me about, and I'm like, fuck. I think there's how many he's playing through, I don't know, are you like playing through like a story of Midnight Signs?
Yeah, I'm pretty much doing the entire
Campaign.
playthrough almost. Yeah, campaign.
So
Really, it's only a campaign based game anyways.
So I'm trying to see playlists. If we go through the I don't want to play it. We're gonna claim our own channel. There is 8 videos out right now of Midnight Suns gameplay that AJ has posted. This has 9 videos, but I only see 8. One unavailable. Oh, maybe because there's spoiler. There's another one coming.
Yeah. It's gonna be published tomorrow.
So like there you go, video publishing tomorrow. That would be Friday. But he's also posted some stuff. So there's that. That's our first set of gaming content. I've got a couple ideas for some gaming stuff that I want to do myself. Joey, I don't know. Joey, you can run like a 2K franchise or something, like a WWE 2K22. Was it 22 or 23? 23.
22. 23 should be coming out. That should be announced.
Oh, yeah, it was 22.
23.
So I mean, you can do what is it? Universe, my universe, whatever they call it on there.
Yeah.
Because you play through those a lot. So that's some stuff we're working on, and then we have some ideas for some other stuff where AJ's been putting on the channel some box rips of different kinds of cards. I know he's done AEW cards. You did some One Piece cards, some Digimon cards,
And NXT.
NXT. And I'm looking at some stuff that I might potentially do as well. And something revolved around. I have these little things that I like to do. Little D&D minis that I paint. I got a whole bunch here on my desk that I've painted, and some that I have not painted that need to be painted. So I like to do that sometimes. So I think I might try to get me a little setup to do that. Joey likes to draw. I'm trying to talk him into maybe doing some drawing shit on the channel. Try to figure that out.
But he only likes to draw penises.
That is true. He's like that dude from Superbad.
Yeah, they're really quite. They're nice.
Detailed, you know.
Yeah, got all the veins.
Yeah, very veiny.
Yeah. You know what I'm talking about, Joey, when he's the kid from Superbad?
Yes.
Okay,
yes.
okay. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's literally Joe. He's Jonah Hill from Superbad.
Alright.
But Dustin, we don't know what the fuck he's gonna do. But we're gonna try to do some stuff like that. It's like some little hobby things. I have a couple other ideas I'm looking at, but just more content from the channel that we're gonna try to put out.
This is in addition to my OnlyFans content.
Sure.
Yeah.
Promote that on your own.
No.
Is that where
Twitter?
Is that where you kept the Raw Dog's name though?
Yes.
Yeah.
He
moved over to that.
took the brand and he still uses the logos and everything over there. He still uses all that. That's just
Yeah.
we're gonna find out that that's actually somebody's actually all over like Joey. It was a joke, okay? But yeah, that's some stuff we're looking forward to doing in the future, but that's for a later time. We're gonna do what we tried to do last week and couldn't do because of power outages. Let's talk about some wrestling. We haven't done that in a while.
Yeah.
That's what we made a joke last week that we're on. I guess we're on like a monthly recording schedule now because every time we try to record, somebody's not here, somebody's not available, or everybody's got something going on. Which it is the holidays. So speaking of that, like I said, we tried to record last week, but happy holidays from us. Merry Christmas. Happy Hanukkah, Kwanzaa. I don't remember the rest of them. There's a bunch of them. Happy holidays. Happy New Year coming up.
Everything except Christmas.
What? I said Christmas first.
Did you? Okay.
You were on your phone. Stupid.
I was taking a drink.
I think you were on your phone. I don't remember. Bro, that joke in the chat that I had where you're like, I took a picture of my backyard and you're like, they don't put your fence back? I was like, no, Joey, I can see over my fence. That would got me. I literally standing in my backyard dying laughing. It was hilarious. I'm hilarious. But, like I said, we're here talking about wrestling. I realized about 8 o'clock last night that I forgot to watch Dynamite, and I was super upset. Didn't have anything going on. I don't think I got home, actually, until
I have mine on the TV over there, except it's blurred out. I can't see it.
You're watching Dynamite?
Yeah.
Like, for real? You're watching Dynamite right now?
Right yeah, it's on TV.
No, it's not.
Yes, it is.
You're so stupid.
For real, it is. It's
watching some porno wrestling.
Daniel Bryan is kicking some dude in the head right now.
Bryan Danielson.
Yeah, that's so.
Bryan Danielson.
I don't know who it is.
Ethan Page.
Yeah, it's Ethan Page, dude.
Well, he's on his stomach.
All ego, Ethan Page, dude. Pay it, Joe. You have a fucking wrestling show, dude.
I mean, I'm just saying. I didn't see who it was because he just, I just saw a glimpse of tights and his face in the mat getting stomped in.
Speaking of, I didn't foresee this show kicking off with me kind of shitting on Impact, but I watched a clip today because that's my source of Impact is Facebook clips for some reason. And I watched a clip or part of a clip today before I turned it off where Sami Callihan was in the ring. I think this was on the 22nd, so this is technically last week. Sami Callihan was in the ring, and I guess they're calling him The Design now instead of Violent by Design.
Yes.
Yeah, okay.
Yes, so, because Eric Young was literally murdered, and because he's going to go back to WWE, so now they're just called The Design.
He got the Adam Cole treatment.
Yeah.
Pretty much. They killed him off. But anyway, so Sami Callihan's in the ring, and then The Design comes out. I don't know who the leader guy is, but obviously Connor from the Ascension, and then Alan
Cody
Angels.
Diener, I think. Cody Diener? Yeah, maybe. I think it's Cody.
I have no idea. I know it's Alan Angels and then Connor from the Ascension.
Big Con. Yeah. Get it right.
Now he's
your own show.
Now he's Big Con. But so Joey knows who I'm talking about. Because if I say Big Con, Joey's not going to know. If I say Connor from the Ascension, Joey knows. Right, Joey?
Yeah.
Okay. Anyways, they came out. And my problem is obviously they can't. It's not their fault. But the venue is so small that they do that in. And there's so little people in it. And it's so quiet in there. That literally the guy was trying to talk and all you hear is some lady and like he'll say something and she just yells out a response in between his little breaks. And I'm like, lady, shut the fuck up, okay? And you can hear every word she says. It's not like you know how like when you're watching WWE or whatever, you'll get a random fan that you'll hear that's by a camera that a hot mic will catch. No. Their mics were catching everything. Every person's voice was heard in that arena. All 17 of them. And it was like, okay, guys, we got to figure something out about your mics or something where you don't pick that up. Yeah, you need to hear the crowd as a whole, not each individual person. And it made me turn the clip off because it was like, he couldn't get through his promo because some lady in the crowd wouldn't shut up.
It was kind of like the Memphis wrestling promos
yes.
in the studio.
Yes.
Where you got like 50 people.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's 100% what it was. Yes. It was weird. I was like, okay, this is I don't know how I feel about this, but I ended up not finishing the clip. Isn't Sami Callihan leaving soon?
His contract is actually up, or it's coming to an end within like the next, I think, couple months.
Because,
but I think he's gonna stay. I hope he doesn't.
and the reason I hope he doesn't is because he's the one reason that Buddy Matthews is linked to Impact, apparently, from reports that I've seen. That they were friends and they worked together at NXT a lot whenever they were both starting in NXT. They worked a lot. So I don't want Buddy, which, again, I'm hoping if Buddy goes anywhere, I'm hoping Buddy stays in House of Black. That's what I want. But it also would be hilarious to see him have some kind of role in Judgment Day as well. And then you get, because people compared them so much, and you get Buddy being in both, that'd be hilarious. But I think the Rhea pull might be more important than the Sami Callihan pull.
Yeah, I mean, Sammy's engaged to Havoc, I think, of the Deadly Dolls.
That I don't know.
So that's why I would think he would stay, unless somehow Triple H would kind of, because he was in NXT before, but then they had released him. But when they released him while he was under Triple H's control, so it's like, would he want to go back?
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. He would stay. Tasha Steelz' contract was up too, but I think she said that she was gonna stay in Impact, because I mean, where else were you gonna go, right? I mean, she was already Impact champion, Knockouts champion already, so it's like, well, if they've treated you right before, why would you kind of like go and leave, right? So,
but
yeah,
that's our Impact news. That's our Impact segment for the show.
That was way too
well,
long.
let's.
Bully Ray's, I don't know. I've seen some clips of Bully Ray, and he's back in Impact now. I don't know.
Yeah,
how
I think
or what he's doing, but I know he's in a feud with Josh Alexander.
Yep, and that's the weird thing. It's like, I'm guessing they needed star power again.
Yeah.
I guess you could say, right? Because he's been in Impact for a while. He was pretty much he was heavyweight champion and tag champion there. And I think they just needed him to kind of, I guess, help progress the Josh Alexander character, because he's been champion for almost pretty much the entire year. And I think they just needed, I guess, just to give him something to do.
Because I seen a post. It's popped up. A couple of them have popped up in my feed. I don't know who the guy is that's posting them. But he's done it for a few promotions where he showed, for the first ones he did it different for Impact, but he just showed who started the year's champion, who ended the year's champion. He did it for New Japan. I think he's done it for AEW, and then he did it for Impact too. He said, that guy, whoever he said, or girl, sorry, don't know, said that's how he ranks them as his favorite companies is New Japan, AEW, Impact.
Alex Impact, what an idiot.
He said that was his third. But so for the Impact when he did it a little different, because for the other ones, like he said, he just posed like, okay, I think it was Okada started the year as IWGP Heavyweight Champion. Was that right? But it's ending with Jay White. Kind of that kind of thing. I don't remember.
No, I think it was. I think Shingo started the year as champion. I think.
I don't know for sure. That might be right. Actually, I don't know. Anyway,
Shingo to Okada to. No, I think that's
Jay
it.
took it from Okada. Yeah. But he posted though for the Impact. I guess for Impact, people said, "Hey, more detail." So like for the X Division champion, he said, "Okay, it started with this guy, went to this guy to this guy, this guy to this guy." For the Impact World Championship, it was Moose to Josh Alexander. That was it.
Yeah.
And it was like,
and to think kind of like, okay, that was his big feud for the year, because then like they kind of just like started just throwing like whoever at Josh Alexander to challenge for the championship.
Wasn't he kind of gone for a little bit this year because of his contract stuff, or was that last year?
No, that was last year. Yeah, because he wouldn't be champion if the contract stuff was going on, because he had to deal with his contract stuff before he could challenge for the belt. So, yeah, I mean, they got some random feuds out of it, and besides Moose, the Bully Ray stuff is kind of the longest running stuff program that they have for him.
Yeah, and Tommy, the clip that I've seen recently was the one where he zip-tied he trapped Josh Alexander and zip-tied him to the rope, and then Tommy Dreamer comes rolling down the ramp, because you can tell that man, he's getting old,
Which is funny because now Tommy Dreamer's back because they took him off TV for such a long time after the Plane Ride from Hell episode aired, and Tommy Dreamer was like, "You don't know what you're stupid."
I mean, I probably do, and then I just don't recognize it by that name.
Yeah, I mean that's the one where Ric Flair's like assaulting the flight attendant and shit.
Oh, okay, yeah.
And the Dark Side of the Ring episode aired. Tommy Dreamer was on there for commentary, and he's like, "Yeah, we do those things," and then fucking internet just kind of like erupted from it. So, Impact, or what's his name, Scott D'Amore is like, "Yeah, we can't have you around for a little bit." So he just recently kind of started coming back on TV.
Yeah, I've noticed him. I've seen a couple of clips of him on there, and then like I said, this one was him rolling down the ring, and then getting in the ring, and then giving possibly the worst spear I've ever seen. I mean, quite possibly one of the worst spears I've ever seen, and some of the worst punches. Like I know Tommy's old, but golly, that was bad. And I was like, and then it didn't take much. I mean, obviously, Bully Ray, it was whatever. But I think I like his Bully Ray character more than anything he did in really WWE.
I mean, that gave him the opportunity to be a single star.
Yeah, that's true too.
That's basically it.
Dance.
What?
Little Dusty Rhodes dance when he's punching.
I think so.
Because I hated that.
I don't know,
So
actually.
stupid.
I don't know, actually, if he did that as Bully Ray. Maybe not, because he was a more serious character.
It was whenever he was starting his first singles thing in WWE.
Yeah. Because I know the Bully Ray character that he did, because he was leader of Aces and Eights and all that, had the whole, he was married to Brooke Hogan stuff, and his feuds with Hulk Hogan and TNA and all that.
That shit was whack. That shit was whack.
And that was what's funny is I was watching that clip, the one of Tommy Dreamer coming down or whatever, and Bully Ray said something, and like you just said, Scott D'Amore, and I was like, I fucking know that name. Why do I know that name? And I googled it, and that was my immediate first thought when I seen that guy's picture was fucking Team Canada. Oh shit! Yep. That was my literal first thought when I seen that guy was Team Canada, and I was like, oh shit! I didn't realize he was in charge of Impact.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, he's the president now.
Yeah, I didn't know.
Just
that.
Like good for him, right?
Yeah,
TNA lifer.
Yeah,
TNA lifer. There you go. An Impact lifer.
Oh yeah, because he was around old school days. Old school days. Joey never watched TNA, so he has no idea.
I know who he is, though.
Shut the fuck up, Joey. You don't know shit.
Do you?
You don't know shit.
Yes.
Where do you know him from?
From when he was doing the Team Canada shit.
But what role did he have?
Who was he in Team Canada?
He's like fat and hairy.
That's just you describing yourself in the mirror.
Well, he has too. I'm not hairy though.
That's not. We asked you to give us his role, not what he looked like.
I don't remember. I didn't watch it. You know, but I just know.
That's the point we're making. Shut up, Joey.
I was a PW Torch subscriber. I'd heard of it.
Shout out Wade Keller. He was the coach of Team Canada.
Yeah, he's like the manager. That's what I said.
No,
he
wasn't the manager. He was the coach.
Same thing.
You were just describing Jim Cornette for a little bit. What are you talking about, Joey?
Oh, that's funny. So
we spent way too long. We apologize.
I mean, we just spent 19 minutes talking about
Impact.
I would say I would say a rough 15 minutes. We've been recording 19. I'd say we spent 15 minutes on Impact.
That's the most we've ever talked about Impact. The entire 42 episodes.
If you combine all we've talked about Impact over 43 episodes, it's still we're still pushing 20 minutes maybe.
And it's like, did anything big happen? Nope.
Well,
just some stupid shit Impact you be doing.
Yeah.
Oh no, big stuff did happen in Impact recently. Fucking Motor City Machine Guns are tag team champions again. For only the third time, which is surprising to me, even.
Yeah, that's weird. Only the third time. Yeah. That's kind of surprising, to be honest. And they're still, I think, the New Japan Strong Tag Champs. So they're a double champ.
Yeah, double champ. Transition. Look at this professional who is not a double champ anymore. What the fuck is
FTR.
going on with FTR? Are they like getting them ready to go somewhere that they don't need to go, aka WWE?
So I think it's been okay. So it's been a really good storyline for sure. Okay, one, they start this losing streak because I think we could potentially get something going for them again, but their contracts are coming up. I think in like June or July. I think. Now of course there are rumors that they could go back to WWE. However, just because again the regime changes doesn't mean they're gonna be coming in and they're gonna be the top guys.
Well, they
No
should
pun
fucking should
intended.
be.
No pun intended there in WWE, right? They're always gonna be playing second fiddle to the Usos.
No, they're gonna
Granted-
come back with Bret Hart in WWE.
Shut
Shut up,
your
Joey.
fucking mouth.
Shut up, Joey.
Shut up. If that
So-
happens, I'm coming to your house and putting you in the fucking sharpshooter.
The new head of the table, Bret the Hitman Hart.
Oh my God! Shut up,
your
Joey.
fucking mouth.
Shut up, Joey.
Yeah.
If we didn't have a 2-person layout already set up, we would have kicked your ass out already.
Hold on, can I put that in the call? Let me see.
So, yeah, there's always the possibility, but I think they're having good time within AEW that they would want to stay, and plus there's still a lot of good teams there that you can play around with.
Were they the ones that said that they... I think they were. I think it might have been Dax that said that they want to... If their contracts run out, they might take like more indie bookings.
Yeah.
Was that
Yeah.
them? Okay.
Yeah, it was. Yeah. Dax went on the record and was like, "Yeah, if their contracts expire, maybe they can take a year and just like play around the indies, right? Help build other promotions, and then again, kind of revisit everything. Right now, looking at a bigger picture from WWE and AEW, and kind of see where they play and where they stand, which is obviously it's a great thing to do, right? It's like whatever. You don't have to. Granted, the pressure of showing up to a weekly show for AEW is not as like WWE where you're on the road all the time. So there's that. I just started listening to his podcast that they just did their first episode today.
Yep, today.
Dropped.
It dropped Thursday.
I haven't finished it yet. Or I mean, I'm like 20 minutes in, but it's involving everything with Punk, which is interesting tell from his perspective of things. But in the storyline of them losing, so they first lost Ring of Honor against the Briscoes, which was a really good match. It's not my favorite of the three that they've done, but still, nonetheless, was really good. And then the next week they lose to the Ass Boys, which was obviously
they had a match with the Acclaim, didn't they?
No, it was the Ass Boys. Well,
They had a
they
tag
did.
team match.
Yeah,
They had a
they
title
did have
match,
the
and they
claim,
lost
which
that.
was also a really good match. And then they lost to the Ass Boys, and obviously that kind of set things in a motion. Last night was Noche de Campeones in AAA, which was
Joey, say that.
basically their
I was
their-
gonna say that 3 times. I just need you to say it once.
Noche de
I didn't-
Campeones.
What?
Oh,
Say
Joey?
more time?
Go ahead, say it.
Yeah, I was talking about Joey.
Say
Say it.
it again. I didn't.
Noche de Campeones.
No, somebody. I said it.
Joey's like, that's my favorite dish at the Mexican restaurant.
Yeah.
Which is basically their Night of Champions. That's what they are. So all of the titles are supposed to be on the line for the last show of the year. FTR lost to Los Hermanos Lee, the Lee brothers essentially, Dralistico and Dragon Lee. So that continues. And then Wednesday, they'll be in Japan defending against Goto and Yoshihashi. So a potential another loss for them, which is likely to happen, but I wish it was a different tag team, to be honest, in New Japan. But Yoshihashi and
Also-
Hiroki Goto have been on a tear for like the last year and a half as a tag team.
Is this some kind of like a bigger show for New Japan, or is it just a normal
It's
show?
Wrestle Kingdom. It's
Oh,
Wrestle
okay, so
Kingdom.
it is Wrestle Kingdom. Okay,
It is Wrestle
because
Kingdom.
I didn't
That's
realize.
a big show, Blake.
Yeah.
Yeah, shut the fuck up. I knew Wrestle Kingdom was okay. In my brain, I still didn't realize that Wrestle Kingdom is literally less than a week away. That's what my brain didn't recognize, and so I was like, oh, that should. I would hope FTR's on Wrestle Kingdom, and then my
Yes.
brain and the dates didn't comprehend, didn't all click together. So
Yes. So it's not the tag team
shut
I
the
would
fuck
want
up,
them
Joey.
to lose to, but it's likely gonna happen.
It looks like yeah.
Yeah. But also from that night, Sammy Guevara and Ty Mello are the mixed tag team champions. Obviously, Ty Mello had a match on Dynamite last night, so she was double booked. She chose to work the promotion that has an actual contract under. Conan was not happy. Conan's the booker for AAA, and they were supposed to defend in a triple threat. He ended up stripping them of the championships, though they don't have the titles. So Sammy and Ty still have them physically in their possession. They crown new champions for vacant, obviously. Other news from that show as well is Dragon Lee, who's been part of the La Facción Ingobernable with Rush and Dralistico and Andrade. He announced that he signed a contract with WWE and will be joining the NXT brand in February.
My favorite post was the one that I sent in the chat where it said Dragon Lee, brother of Keith Lee.
AJ Lee,
AJ
Wesley.
Lee, yeah, Wesley will be joining the NXT brand. So stupid.
And then someone posted
the
son of Bruce Lee.
Yeah, their dad Bruce Lee would be so proud or something like that. It's so stupid.
So
we also got to talk about the at WWE vacant cleaning up at last night. Then I guess because that was the craziest thing to me is so obviously I seen the news of Dragon Lee signing with and going to NXT and that AAA apparently knew about this way ahead of time.
Yeah.
So they basically immediately beat FTR, vacate the titles. Like there. And I was like, that's a big fuck you to FTR, I feel like. Like I know whatever FTR's got a whole story they're working on with their losses or whatever. But at the same time I was like, holy shit, that just sounds like a big fuck you.
No, actually it wasn't. Actually it was FTR's. I got this from Fightful and they're like FTR going into that match, they already were giving Conan a heads up. They're like, yeah, we're kind of done with the obligation here. You can take the titles off of us. Yeah. But yeah, granted, because
from the outside it looks.
News, from breaking the news from Dragon Lee being like, yeah, this is my last time, and I signed a contract with WWE, and they're like, okay, you guys want it now? You're immediately vacating the titles. Like that's kind of just like what the fuck? Like that's stupid. But the news for Dragon Lee and why WWE signed him was when they started the Trios tournament and then the House of Dragon show that AEW put on. I think it was Dragon Lee, Rush, and Andrade fighting. I think it was the Elite that first round or the second round or whatever it was. Immediately after that match, WWE was like, we had to get him in. So they actually brought in Dragon Lee and Dralistico for their first WWE tryout. They passed on Dralistico, and they're like, okay, we're gonna give him Dragon Lee being a second tryout. So after the second tryout, they offered him the contract. I think it's pretty big. It's a huge signing, really. I mean, especially if they're taking him through the NXT process. He's going to get a lot more, obviously, U.S. exposure. But really, WWE hasn't had the best track record with luchadors at all.
Very true. That's what I was about to ask.
Their biggest hit was obviously Rey Mysterio, who's still wearing a mask, one. And also, they're probably going to make Dragon Lee take his mask off. That's just my thinking. But.
Yeah, you're right. I looked up for the card. It was Andrade, Rush, and Dragon Lee versus the Young Bucks and a mystery partner.
That was under Vince, though.
And through this, there's a remember when CM Punk was in AEW? It was like one of the first big pictures you see is CM Punk and Jon Moxley.
I have some news on that too. Let's see.
Andrade, he did all right in NXT.
Well,
He did. He was NXT champion, right?
And also had to take his
Triple H's
mask
name.
off.
He
Yes.
lost his mask before he come to WWE.
Yes.
Oh,
So
what about
him?
what's his name? And he's with Zelina now. Santos.
Yes. So
did he wear a mask before?
Yes. Both Santos Escobar at the time he was El Hijo del Fantasma, so whatever. He had a mask versus mask. He lost, and then afterwards he joined WWE. Andrade, the same thing. He was La Sombra. He lost his mask, but he was a lot younger though before he joined WWE too. So if there's time, I would like Dragon Lee to do the same thing, but there's a good chance it doesn't happen, and they might just in WWE be like, okay, you can't wear a mask, but at any point if you go back to Mexico, like let's say he gets released or he lets his contract expire, whatever, he can continue wearing the mask. But
that's a good merch thing, so they may let him. Rey Mysterio, he asked like the country of Mexico if he could wear the mask again since he lost it in WCW when he went to WWE.
Yeah.
But
yeah,
it's a thing. It's once you lose it, that's it.
That's it.
Unless they just say, all right, go ahead.
I did not know that. That is like kind of crazy and also kind of awesome.
Yeah, it's cool. It's cool how like everybody's.
I mean, I've known that it's a very important part of the culture. Like I know it's like taking a mask off of someone is supposed to be like. Well, that's the biggest of big no-nos is when you rip somebody's mask off.
Yeah, and in the Mexican wrestling, that's a disqualification if you take the mask off or try to.
I didn't know. I didn't know it was a DQ. I knew it was like super frowned upon. Like it is a big no-no that you do that you don't do in.
Yeah, because they wear it like in public.
Yeah, well, I mean, look at Rey Mysterio. I mean, how?
Yeah, he was at his house enjoying Christmas.
Yeah, with his mask on. Yeah.
Yeah, he wears it 100% of the time. He never takes it off.
No, never. In the shower and everything.
Never. Yep, no, yeah.
That's why
he got a waterproof mask for that.
That's why he started wearing the mask, that have half the back of his head out, so it would let the water drip down into his face. So he could, See?
Yeah, exactly.
The ever what's the word I'm looking for? I don't know. There's a word I'm looking for. Was it ever flexible Rey Mysterio? I don't know. There's a word. I was thinking I can't think what it was. Anyways, moving on.
Yeah. So we'll see. He said he had already started doing vignettes and filming shit for that. I wonder how they're gonna play it out. Granted, like I said, he's gonna start in the NXT brand, which again I haven't fucking watched in like months.
Okay, speaking of that, because I was just about to ask you if you've seen this. What was her name? Rosa. She's a
Roxanne Perez.
No.
Oh, Sol Ruca.
Sol Ruca.
Sol Ruca.
Have you seen her?
Sol Ruca.
Sol Ruca. That's it. Have you seen her finisher?
Yes. The Dante Leone finisher. I've brought this up all over social media. I was like, okay, so you guys are just literally ripping off the flipping cutter that Dante Leone does in GCW, and everyone was like, yeah, but do you think they know who Dante Leone is? I was like,
that's fair. Never heard of that name. So I was like,
I saw, what did I see it at? I saw a clip like on Twitter where somebody put, there was a Twitter, it was like of her and Alexa both doing flippy stuff, and then they were like before when they were both gymnasts, and they said, hers impressive because it's like if Drew McIntyre was able to do that because she's a much bigger woman, and I thought, who is that? And I clicked on her name, and the first thing I saw on Twitter was like, they said the spiral finisher or whatever. And I clicked on it, and it was that, and I was like, "Holy shit!"
Yeah, I actually got like a message where like, "Hey, have you?" I said something about He said, "Have you seen NXT?" And I go, "Why the fuck would I watch NXT?"
Well, it's not the NXT regular show. That's the Level Up.
It's the Level Up. That's what it was.
Yeah, so she's hitting the Level Up show, so she's not even on regular TV. Yeah, she's just doing the pre-taped shows, and those are the ones that air on Peacock, I think, on Fridays. So. But yeah, I mean, it's a cool move. I'm not taking anything away from it, and it seems very complicated to do.
Yeah.
So
That's
like, more power to her.
Joey sent me the clip, and I said her back's gonna be fucked up way before Randy Orton's, because that shit looks like it's.
Yeah.
Insert stupid Joey joke right now. She's always falling on her back or something. She's always on her back, anyways.
No,
That's true. There's something else that I was wanting to bring up, and I don't remember what it was. We did the FTR stuff.
One of the might have been Dax. He said something about how they all need to work it out about the CM Punk thing.
Yeah, so
they need to work it out.
One of the
CM Punk
clips
responded.
Yeah,
it's like,
one of the clips that has been taken out from this show or the first episode was like, he wants everyone to work together, Dax.
Hey, shout out to Dax real quick. For before his show even released, had the #1 wrestling podcast. Like he tweeted out a clip or a screenshot or something where his the FTR with Dax was #1, and this was like Tuesday or Wednesday, and the first episode of the show dropped today. And because Jim Cornette's show was #2, and then Something to Wrestle with Bruce Pritchard was #3, and then Cornette had like 2 shows in the top 10 or whatever. But yeah, that FTR podcast that he was doing, it was already like #1 in the wrestling podcasts, which is really cool for him.
#2 wrestling podcasts
right now.
Yeah.
Behind who?
We're not #1. We're like.
Oh, you said we're #2. I thought you said
no.
He's
#2.
Oh, we're #1.
No, we're like number 1,000.
Okay,
you're #2.
Okay, I didn't know where the fuck you were going with the joke, Joey. Okay.
Yeah. Don't step on my joke, Blake.
I didn't know where the fuck you were going with it. Don't mumble through your joke.
Well, you were interrupting me.
No, I didn't.
Let me
Anyways, finish.
It's done now.
Shut the. Anyways, what happened with CM Punk?
So that was it. Like that they took the thing, and Dax was like, I want the Elite and Punk to kind of hash this shit out because we can make a shit ton of money. The world would explode. And yeah, I mean, that's what it is. It's like it'll just blow up, and CM Punk finally responded and was like, yeah, duh. No shit. Well, motherfucker, don't.
He just said duh.
I know. It's like now I want them to take that and then fucking turn it into a storyline.
Yeah.
Like, how much fucking money you take?
If WWE can make Edge and Matt Hardy and Lita,
yes,
do an angle,
yes,
where
and this season even
he did that, and also have Matt Hardy lose that angle. They can make money,
And I will say that Edge and Matt Hardy story is one of my favorite stories of all time, and 2, one, that's what really sold Edge for me was that one, which again, not a good thing, but it sold Edge for me because obviously I was on the side of the Hardys because I'm a massive Jeff Hardy fan. Growing up, Jeff Hardy was literally probably if I'd have done a top 5 list when I was like 12, Jeff Hardy's probably #1. And so I was a big Jeff Hardy fan. Didn't like Matt as much, but he was still a Hardy. So, and then that story,
bow-legged Matt.
That's how everybody thinks.
That's probably true. That's also a valid point.
Yeah. Well, Jeff Hardy, he was looking at him like the next Shawn Michaels.
Yeah. I mean, he got the push for a minute,
Yeah.
And unfortunate.
That's still my favorite Raw match ever.
I mean, that's a lot of people's favorite.
The Jeff Hardy Undertaker ladder match.
Yeah. I know what you're talking about.
Yeah.
Yeah. And that's
you said JR sucks in our group chat.
Bro.
You said JR sucks. And go watch that match again and listen to that JR.
Okay, it might have just been the clip that I watched. It might have been just that clip that I watched of that time where it was just he just said the same 3 things over and over and over and over and over again. Hellfire and Brimstone, Kane's back, and I know there was another thing. And I mean, he said Hellfire and Brimstone 97 times.
Have you ever seen him do a Stone Cold entrance?
Yes.
It's Stone Cold.
Stone Cold.
But still, I don't know. It was one of the things. It was one of the things when I looked at that particular clip, and I was just like,
he's whooping him like a government mule.
He's stomping a mud hole walker. It was Was this right? I look back on it, and I guess it also happened to do recently because I seen somebody share something on Facebook that was like, "Oh, this is the OG greatest wrestling commentary team of all time." Blah 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 blah, and it was like I think it's people look at it through nostalgia lenses, where if you go back and compare that now to all the shit we complain about now, a lot of it's pretty fucking similar from the stupid shit that they say now to the stupid shit they said back then. So, I don't know. Like I said, unpopular opinion. It might have just been that
I don't
clip.
know how you feel like you've been somehow overly exposed to Jim Ross. That you just hate him.
I don't know if that's my bias now too, where it's like, because listening to it, I cannot listen to him do commentary now. Like him doing commentary today is so bad, so bad. I don't even know if that man can see the screens that he's looking at, but like I feel bad because the man's been through a lot, but whew, that commentary. But yeah, honestly, one, it'd be dumb for them to not turn this into something, which it was. It's the only thing is because if they do that, there's going to be this section of the internet wrestling community that's going to be like, it's always a work. I knew it. It was always. I knew from the beginning. They didn't work me. It's like, bitch, shut up. Okay, it doesn't matter.
You know shit. Yeah, only I know shit.
If it was a work, a shoot, it doesn't fucking matter. Okay, it's good fucking entertainment's what it is. But now we have to find out we got to find the video footage from Brawl Out that magically appears or something. Like they just go film some content. The fucking dog getting kicked and shit. Fucking.
Butler, where you at?
That one dude biting fucking Kenny.
Yeah.
Oh, dude, And what if they do it like the A&E documentary type, where it's like, oh, this is a dramatization of this. It's not the actual people or whatever. Just
that would be pretty funny.
I don't think they'll do that, but yeah, it's money for everyone. That's just dumb for them to not bury the hatchet, but who knows?
Well, that was the one thing. So where I stopped at the podcast, one thing that really stuck out was. So when Punk joined and they were leading to the MJF program and he had to go through the entire pinnacle to get there, he gathered all of them in his locker room and he presented each of them a $500 gift card to Starbucks, each of them,
like
to being like, yeah. And he's like, this is just, just a thank you and, let's see how these things go. And then it's like, okay, then how did we get from there to,
and I don't
Brawl Out?
That's what's crazy is because I don't think Punk is a bad person. Like a lot of people framed him to be, because like when Punk first joined AEW, there were so many reports from people that whatever, it was like, hell, he's taking time with the young people to be like to watch their matches and help them and give them advice and all this kind of stuff. And then like there's a small clip that Dax released of the podcast before today, and the little bit that I watched of it was Punk coming up to him and Dax having coffee or whatever, and was like, "Hey, what are you doing tonight?" Like Punk being like to Dax, "Hey, what are you doing tonight?" And he's like, "I don't think I'm doing anything." He's like, "You want to have a match?" And Dax was like, "Yo,
Joey.
You good?"
Yeah, I've had headset issue. Go ahead.
Anyways, it was like, so him coming up to Dax and being like, "Hey, do you want a match?" And Dax was like, "Hey, don't fuck with me," and like things like that. All the reports of how good Punk was, and then it just spirals out of control into what happened at All Out, and it's like, what happened to get to that point? And I don't think is Colt Cabana really that big of a deal that Colt Cabana was the problem.
He's not.
I feel like, if Punk comes back, let's say he's going to come back to help try and end MJF's tear. Let's give MJF an entire year reign. And Punk's he shows up.
Got to come back as a heel, though.
I mean, he could. He comes back. And at the same time, Punk comes back, we get the news that Colt Cabana's fired too.
Hey, what is it? What's it called? Gives you your best wishes or whatever it's called. I can't
Yeah.
remember. Just
Yeah.
your future endeavor or whatever it's called. Yeah.
Yeah. It's your birthday? Yeah, happy birthday. You're fired.
Yeah, we wish Colt the best in his future endeavors. Because honestly, if you think back to what Punk said at the media scrum, a lot of that could have been just turned into an angle. Yeah. Where it's like the Colt Cabana shit, no, there's nothing there for that. Because one, Colt Cabana's not that level of wrestler. Sorry, Colt Cabana, he's not that level of a wrestler to have that big of a feud with Punk, especially with Punk being the AEW champion and all that. But all this stuff where he's talking about, I have to work with these ungrateful or whatever he said, these young people or whatever, talking about Hangman and I'm assuming MJF and all that. And like I said, most of the shit he said like that, that could easily just been turned into some kind of angle. And who knows?
Only time will tell.
Money talks.
Yep, exactly.
What do they say? What do they say about WWE? Never say never. I think that just applies to wrestling. So
yeah, pretty much every wrestler says that now. Never say never.
Yeah, we're sitting here saying this, and Punk's gonna come out at fucking like 27 at the Royal Rumble or something, and we're like, whoa. Remember episode 43? Fucking throw that shit in the fucking trash.
Yeah.
I've heard that this year they're trying to do a 40% Royal Rumble.
Yeah, we mentioned that last week too. And I think that was. Yeah. But I don't know. It's not the greatest Royal Rumble.
They've done it before. That's the one that Del Rio won.
Yeah.
So.
Which I seen a random piece of news talking about him where it was like, I don't even know why this was news, but it was like, WWE is not interested in bringing Alberto Del Rio back, and I was like,
that's because Del Rio always wants to come back, and they always keep saying no. It's like dude,
who asked?
Like,
yeah, he was boring before he got all coked out.
Yeah, I didn't never get that character. JBL fucking loved that guy when he was at like commentary wise.
He was okay for a while, but he got old. He got stale quick.
Yeah, like the best part of him was his announcer.
Yeah.
Oh, Ricardo Rodriguez, I think his name was. Yeah,
that was the best part of him.
Great. Yeah.
Yeah, but I heard he also beat the shit out of him too. Like he used to like beat him up.
Del Rio would beat him up.
Yeah.
Wow. They turned it into an angle. Vince fucking boy. He's like, that's great. Do that.
Do it in front of a camera.
Right. How bad is that? Wow.
Didn't Alberto Del Rio also beat Paige up like real life?
Yes.
So if these trends continue,
yeah.
Then like being Ricardo, you're Del Rio's valet. He's smacking you around backstage. Vince sees it and hears about it.
Go get a camera.
So you got to do it again.
Yeah. Yo, that's some gaslighting trauma shit right there.
That's why those shots look so stiff whenever he was doing it. He was doing it again. He was.
I didn't think about that.
He's trying to end his life.
Yeah, dude, that's some gaslighting shit right there. Just like, that's good shit. Go do it again in front of the camera. It's like, fuck, dude, he's really.
This really hurts.
Vince, I'm bruising.
Well, we should not make jokes about these things, but here we are.
Yeah,
it's Joey's fault. It's not us.
Yeah.
Episode 43 magically got corrupted somehow. Can't post that. Wait till episode 43 next week, guys.
All right, moving on to the Royal Rumble, though. WWE is finally planning the road to WrestleMania. And they're trying, and they're trying, and they're trying.
Triple H's first road to WrestleMania.
Yes.
How bad is it going to be?
Their hopes are trying to get The Rock for Royal Rumble. And I don't know if that entitles of The Rock just showing up or winning the Royal Rumble. If he wins the Royal Rumble, I think that's going to piss off a lot of people, if you ask me. But that's just me.
So too.
Because they're looking to make their main event title matches for 39, and obviously they want to split the belts. Obviously. So obviously they want to plan Roman Reigns versus The Rock for WrestleMania, and I think it's going to be for one of those belts, and at some point I think Roman obviously will need to lose one of the championships. So what their plans were for the WWE Championship for night 1, Seth Rollins versus Drew McIntyre, or Seth Rollins versus Cody for the WWE Championship. Who's the champion, likely I guess it's Seth Rollins. How? We don't know.
Seth Rollins also Sports Illustrated #1 wrestler of 2022.
Which is whack.
They could.
He's a sports entertainer, not a wrestler. Come on, guys.
Shut the fuck up. That list was a little weird, like I would say, but
it was. Joey, what were you saying?
They could split it, like have one at the Elimination Chamber.
Well,
apparently he's not wrestling.
Well, I think I've seen about that is there are apparently rumors going around now that Gunther will be defending the Intercontinental Championship in an Elimination Chamber
match. Yeah.
Or they could have night 1. Well, you could do it night 1.
I was thinking they should just let Roman do double duty.
Yeah, but he'd have to. I would say you'd have Roman Rock night 1, and then on night 1 you'd also have you guys wrestle, and the winner of that gets to face Roman for the other belt night 2.
But what's the point of winning the Royal Rumble then?
Yeah, that.
Are you saying the Rock wins the Rumble then?
Unless it's Rock, unless you have Rock do double duty, which you don't think it would.
If it's Rock Roman, that's night 2 main event, hands down.
Right? Yeah.
Yeah, that's night 2. So whatever you do, I mean, I could see it where it's night 1 being Rollins or something like that. Being Cody comes back, Cody wins the Rumble. Night 1, Roman versus Cody. I mean, that's what.
And then say you have.
But they're also talking about restarting the
Rock
Cody versus somebody Rollins
else, feud. Which that would be a given that Rock would win.
Yeah.
You'd have to do Rock wins.
Who won the Rumble last year?
Brock did.
Yeah, that's right. He came out.
He came out at 30.
Okay. Yeah.
Because then night 2 is Roman versus PBD. If they get The Rock ready at January, it'll likely be The Rock. If not, their backup plan was to have Cody Rhodes. I said they should let Roman do double duty. I mean, you know how to tell you, right? You're the big draw. You should be doing both nights then, and you defend one title per night.
Yeah.
That makes more sense.
Yeah.
And logically for me it does.
That's like I said, that is going to be the easiest way to do it is Roman has 2 matches to split them. It would be nice if they could split them beforehand, but I don't know if there's any way they can split them beforehand.
If he's not doing the pay-per-views.
Yeah. Which he's not, right? So he's going to be at Royal Rumble. Yeah, he's likely facing Kevin Owens at the Rumble. Elimination Chamber, he's not gonna be there.
We totally took
and that's WrestleMania.
We totally took Sami Zayn out of the conversation that we had. I was gonna say 2 weeks ago, or like 2 episodes ago.
No, because now I feel like they're gonna pivot that to being KO and Sami versus the Usos. So,
when does FTR's contracts run out?
I think
I really want Sami to beat Roman.
I think a lot of people want Sami to beat Roman.
Or Jay to beat Roman. In a way, I think it's better to have Jay. I don't know. I mean, the crowd don't get behind him, like Sami. But if you look at the overall story of Roman's whole thing, Jay is the guy that stood up to him, got beat down, had to go, and he's taking up for him. It's like Sami's not this, and then he kind of turns the corner, and like Sami, Roman's going to turn on Sami, beat the shit out of him, Jay takes up for Sammy, fights Roman, beats him for the title.
Yeah,
That would be the
best.
Not bad. Nobody's gonna like that. They're gonna want Sammy. If it comes down to somebody of the bloodline, they're gonna want Sammy.
Right.
Yeah. It's gonna be Paul.
Unless you have
Paul.
Roman just beat the shit out of Sammy like bad, like just fucking turn on him, murder him,
Like literal
which is
murder.
likely will happen.
Literal murder, just like what happened to Adam Cole and Eric Young.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or
murder him so bad he goes back to being El Generico.
And Jay takes up for him, so he really beats the shit out of Jay again. So then you got Sammy versus Roman.
Sammy had a good
Either way,
SmackDown. That's why it's crazy how, like, everybody was so on board for Sammy when he started NXT. Like, it was such a big thing that Sammy came to NXT. And then it just turned into, get this guy off my fucking TV right now. And then back into...
Yeah, well, it's because they say he has this, like, weird personality where he's kind of annoying, or I don't know how they described it.
It's kind of like you, Joey.
And in Vince, he takes that, let's do that, and everybody's like, you don't like that backstage, everybody else thinks the same thing, and they just don't like it,
Yeah, I don't know. Well, it went, like I said, it went from everybody loves him to everybody fucking hates him to he's one of the most over things in all of professional wrestling.
For a while.
Yeah, as I'm saying, he was like, dude, get this off my TV, and then now it's like he's one of the most over things in all of pro wrestling.
Yeah.
Joey, that you said he got X-Pac heat. I was like, bruh, what?
You know what X-Pac heat is?
How do you not know what that is?
Yeah, no, I'm saying I thought you said Sammy got X-Pac heat. I was like, bruh, Joey, no.
No, that's what I'm saying. He had X-Pac heat when they hated him because...
Yeah.
Yeah. That's not good heat. That's what they call get the hell off my TV heat.
Yeah.
I'm changing the channel if you don't make him get off.
Like right now, Roman's got good heat.
Right.
But Sammy had bad heat.
Yeah, it's like, I'm going to change the channel heat. I'm
Yeah.
not going to boo him. I'm going to change the channel.
Yeah. Exactly.
I'm driving those numbers down, bitch.
Yes. Take one away from your whatever million that you're...
So then Dustin turns on another TV in his house.
Dustin's got every TV, every computer, and his phone running.
Yep.
He walks by and his girlfriend's on like TikTok instead of the USA Network. Hey, just fucking turn that shit off right now.
You put it on Raw. SmackDown.
You watching NXT?
Who?
I don't know, man. It's going to be interesting to see what they got. Because, like I said, you got Cody coming back. Seth Rollins is at the top of his game right now.
Who's kind of oddly, I feel like, getting face.
Yes.
Like, sort of. Like,
I thought that
it's like right there.
I don't think it was
last Monday. It was not this past week.
Yeah, last Monday with the Kevin Owens thing. That was 100% face Seth Rollins in the ring. When they did that whole issue, that was 100%. Like when Rollins was against the Bloodline, he's face at that point, and I was like, which I mean, the crowd's been singing his music and all of that for I remember when they changed Shinsuke's music so people would stop singing it.
Yeah,
because he was heel. I was like. And now Rollins is coming out encouraging people to sing his music. And he's telling people to sing he's not encouraging. He's telling people to sing his music.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I think...
Which would be weird, because then if they're going to rehash the Rollins-Cody stuff, they both can't be baby faces.
Yeah.
So it's like...
Is Cody going heel, finally?
He did when he left.
Could he come back heel? Well, he had an interview recently. I don't know how that went. I didn't watch that.
Yeah, that was part of this past Monday's the best of 2022. He's giving a babyface promo. So it's like, well, like, okay, if you want to do this with Rollins, right, that's fine. But it's like, you really want to rehash this shit? And Cody's like, nah, I already beat him 3 times. Why the fuck do I want to do it again?
I mean, he's got a point, unfortunate, for Rollins, which is Hilarious. Rollins is number 1. He lost to Cody 3 times.
Yeah. Well, Well, that's what they say. Road Dogg's like, wins and losses don't matter. Your loss record don't mean shit.
I mean,
Road Dogg says.
Sure, but also it kind of does. So I mean, you can't lose 70% of your matches and be the number one wrestler. I mean, I guess you can technically, but
You can, because the Usos are 50%, aren't they?
I mean, that's a good point too.
Yeah,
That's what I was gonna say. Is I feel like, which I mean, I didn't think about it being like I think Joe, one of you two said, it being Usos versus Kevin and Sammy. But I feel like if WWE was to have a sit down with FTR and be like, here's the contract of where you take the titles off of the Usos, like, because I mean, there's no, unless it's Kevin and Sammy, there's no one else in that company that is gonna be able to do it. Like,
unless we get a DIY reunion.
Yeah, exactly. But other than that, and then honestly,
back.
What?
Authors of Pain.
Shut the fuck up, Joe.
What are you talking about?
They're not coming back.
What
They're
the
not
fuck?
Coming back.
What just happened?
We're talking about tag teams, Blake.
No.
I know. Or they're
and
not
you came
coming
up,
back.
Of all the tag teams you could have came up with, you said Authors of Pain.
Because y'all are talking about FTR and DIY.
DIY is signed by WWE currently.
Right.
And FTR's almost free agents. Authors of Pain tried to start a company and failed because they couldn't pay people.
They're unemployed. Free agents.
They also couldn't get over when they were on the main roster together. DIY's never been on the main roster together. FTR was over.
You can't count.
Is Paul Ellering coming back with them too?
I hope not.
Do you want to be their manager? Is this where you're leading to?
Authors of Pain, the little faction that they did for 2 weeks with Rollins, Buddy, and the Authors of Pain could have been so fucking cool. That shit could have been awesome, and they didn't know what to do with it, so they just fucking ruined it.
Vince sucks.
True.
Vince is sitting at home now.
Oh, rumors are he might come back. Yeah,
he's not coming back. He is not coming back.
Bro, if he does, I hope viewership tanks again. And, I mean, I'm doing my part because I didn't even watch this past Monday. But if he comes back,
nobody did. It was a pre-tape show, anyways.
Oh, was it? I didn't know that. Oh yeah, it's holidays. Yeah.
But they still ran live shows, so.
Which is
So
hilarious.
it wasn't even a holiday for their independent contractors.
Yeah.
They still have to work, which was a logistical nightmare apparently, where like Becky and Seth Rollins never made a show because of like travel issues, and a bunch of people didn't show up for travel issues, and they had I think it was MSG where they had a ladder match for the IC title. Gunther retained, but Santos came down off the ladder really bad, and he's probably hurt.
Yeah.
So we'll see. We'll see what happens.
Bray had a match at his first match at that.
He did. He had a match, I think it was against a nobody. Yeah, Ginger, that's right.
You're right, a nobody.
Yeah, a nobody. But apparently Cross had a match with Drew Gulak, and people were chanting, this is boring.
Yeah, the whole match.
Yeah.
I was like, bruh, this dude can't get over at all. Like, he
don't put him in a match with Drew Gulak.
True, but, like... Again, he had a feud. He had the feud with McIntyre,
which was good.
Was it though? Was it good? If we're going to a point where people are saying that this was deliberately boring, their one big match happened at Survivor Series, then they had another one at Saudi, and you can't really count the Saudi crowd to whatever for anything, except you know what? I'm not gonna make the joke.
Joey, shut the fuck up.
The Survivor Series, okay, like that. It's because of Drew. Like, again, right? Yeah, you put him in a match with Drew Gulak. Nobody gives a shit about Drew Gulak. So if the fucking match is slow as hell and it's a mat wrestling, no one's gonna be behind it. But if you've got good mat wrestlers, people are gonna get behind it.
Yeah. I read they said that show was like primarily families, and that's not. You know, you got a bunch of little kids and the moms and dads. It's not really.
Well, I mean, but the point is, I don't know how it went. I'm assuming it went good, which I guess is not the best comparison. But I was gonna say because it's like, I mean, if you put somebody that's over in a match with a nobody, it's still going to get a good reaction because you literally just did it with Bray and Jinder. But I also probably mistaken of putting Bray and Cross on the same level because they're not. Bray is
True.
Top tier main event, so.
True. So it's like, okay, he brought Cross back and hasn't paid off at all whatsoever.
Which, I don't know.
And he's supposed to be in a feud with Ray, right? And Ray's fucking hurt. So it's like, okay.
I mean, it's because fucking his kid keeps beating him up at the holidays.
Should have been a better dad.
True. Should have got him that game system he wanted, you know. And now that I'm thinking, I don't think I ever really vibed with Cross in NXT. Like, I know everybody else loved him in NXT. I don't think I really vibed with him that hard in NXT. Like, I don't know. He looks cooler with.
He's never done nothing for me.
He does look cooler with hair, but I mean, other than that, and he looks cooler when he's not wearing Lord Tensai, like whatever he's got going on. So
some Demolition.
Yeah, some samurai stuff.
It's a knockoff of Demolition.
Yeah, there you go.
It's like a cheap Demolition cosplay. Amazon Halloween outfit.
Wish, dumbass.
Yeah.
Joe was fucking struggling for that one. I just watched him and he was fucking struggling.
The wheels were turning.
Yeah.
Smoke started coming out, dude.
Yeah. So, Joe, are your headphones okay? Yeah, dude, it's switching my ears.
Yeah.
Oh. Yeah, I don't know. Poor guy. I don't know. Sorry about it, I guess.
Oh, we might get Scarlett in the ring though. She could be fighting Emma, apparently, maybe.
Speaking of Tensai,
here we go.
Matt Bloom.
Yeah, Matt
Bloom was the guy who told on Mandy Rose.
Yeah, that was part of what we talked about in our
last week
corrupted file lost episode.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was the whistleblower.
On our Patreon.
What would you say?
We'll put that show up on our Patreon. On the way to watch it.
If you fucking can find out how to uncorrupt this file, sure.
Yeah.
But yeah. Old Matt Bloom being the quote unquote whistleblower for Mandy's. So how much money did he give her before he said, "Hey, what's going on"?
Nothing. He took it all away.
Took it all.
Yes, that's true.
He was one of the ones who was giving her $400 or $500 when she was begging.
And how much did you give her, Joey?
Not a damn thing.
Yeah, okay.
Bullshit.
Well, I want to see the bank statement. And it's not Sasha Banks, throwing you in a crossface either. Oh, we
Sasha Banks
possibly see her in a couple days.
It's true. Apparently she's in Japan. She landed last week.
Damn, she's been there for over a week?
Yeah. I mean, hit that dojo, man.
Also got probably COVID protocols and all that stuff too. So
yeah.
Especially
because she's an anti-vaxxer.
I did see. I don't even know where it came from. Again, just kind of random all over the place this week, but it was a Will Ospreay thing. I think his contract is.
He's got 2 more years.
2024 or 2025.
I think it is. Let's see if I still have the.
But it was some kind of thing with him and
24.
Okay. And they were mentioning him what his next step is. Apparently, he was offered a contract to Evolve from Paul Heyman, which would have been his door into WWE, and he turned it down and stayed with New Japan, which arguably probably the better decision there. Because now look at him. But they said that he doesn't know about leaving New Japan because he doesn't know about living in the States. He prefers to live in the UK. So, unfortunate. Because I would give anything to have him and Jay White on normal TV where I could see them regularly.
I mean, you can just get the Access channel.
Yeah, I don't know what
Pretty cheap.
Shut your fucking mouth, okay?
What did you say?
He said, "Don't be cheap." You shut the fuck up right now.
Okay.
I didn't even know that was a thing, that they could do that. How often does New Japan do shows?
So they do. So after Impact, New Japan has an hour on Access TV, and usually, as of more recently, they've been playing stuff that happened like a couple months ago. I don't know if it was this week or last week.
It's fucking Impact 2.0.
Hey, you shut the fuck up.
Wait, Impact's on Access TV too?
Yeah, so I said it's right after Impact.
Oh, I didn't hear that. My brain heard that, but it didn't click.
Zach,
So
what do you have, AJ?
I have the AT&T stream, basically, or DirecTV stream.
DirecTV stream.
Yeah. And I've got the basic channel, so and Access TV comes part of that.
Oh, this reminded me. Side note, Joey. If you go watch AJ's box rip of the Digimon cards,
one of them
in the background, you can hear ESPN talking about Tua's concussions.
Oh shit!
Bro, I had the video on the way home. And I heard AJ talking, and then I was like, what is that noise? And I paused the video, and it stopped. And I go, what the fuck is happening? So I unpaused it, and it started again. I turned my volume all the way up, and all I hear is, you can tell it was sports, and they were talking sports, and I heard the word concussion like 37 times as I'm pulling in my driveway. So they're talking about concussions. Oh, they're talking about Tua. It made me laugh so hard. It's about minute 17, Joe, if you want to click through the
I'm good.
Jerry's going to go there and just fucking start clicking the dislike button a million times.
We've been talking about Dustin's bot accounts. Joey's going to make a bunch of bot accounts to go dislike that one video. It's like, guys, how does this one video have 900 dislikes?
That's hilarious. But yeah, I think one of the episodes they were gonna do was the inaugural championship that Kyrie won at Stardom for the IWGP Women's Championship. So that's gonna be pretty. I don't know if that's already aired, but I thought that was pretty cool. That just happened like a few months back. So they're trying to play more recent stuff. When they tried to bring it on national television, it was always a lot of older stuff. It's still good stuff, but people that aren't watching currently for the current stuff, it was nice for them to do stuff like that.
Wrestle Kingdom, is it technically for us Monday night into Tuesday morning?
Wednesday morning at midnight.
So
12:30 for us.
So that's
staying up for the one of the Omega. Yeah,
that's the semi-main event. So pretty much when you're gonna be waking up, maybe it might be.
I'm talking about it was like the Omega.
So this is Tuesday night into Wednesday morning, or Wednesday.
Yeah, like in the morning. Yeah, they're
okay.
No, it'll be Wednesday morning. Start of the show, like 12
a.m. Wednesday.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. So technically, you go into Tuesday night, and Tuesday night ends into Wednesday. That's when the show is.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I got up one morning. It was I think after the Okada and Omega match, like the good one,
The good one.
Good. Well, all of them are good, but
all of them are good, Joey.
I think it was a draw. Whichever one they had on Wrestle Kingdom, and
all of them.
And I think it's like 3 or 4 in the morning. I remember staying up watching that, or getting up early. I didn't stay up. But
that's what I'm trying to figure out. Should I take a half day of work that day, or just not go to work that next day? Stay up and watch Wrestle Kingdom.
Wait till the next morning. But that's not really something you'll see spoiled. Well, maybe on Twitter.
It will be spoiled for sure.
Yeah, because AJ 1205. AJ's in the chat. Fucking Jay White did it. You son of a bitch.
I mean, yeah, it'll be
okay. Also,
it'll hit social medias, but usually I stay off, and then just immediately as when I wake up, boom! I started immediately.
I'm not in the New Japan circles like you are, AJ. What are the storyline rumors of the Jay White Okada match? Is Jay White gonna win? Hopefully.
I would say yeah. I would think so.
Fuck yeah.
I would think so.
I don't want to watch it if fucking Jay White's gonna lose. And Well, Osprey's gonna beat Omega, right?
To be honest, I have no clue. I mean, I think it'd be a good, because you know how what their feud is and their storyline, right? I think it's gonna be a good changing of the guard for Omega to lose to Osprey, so that they can actually treat Osprey as a top star. Like, yeah, he was IWGP World Heavyweight Champion, but they never treated him like he was IWGP World Heavyweight Champion. So, I mean, if Omega comes in and does the job for him, like that, I mean, but that match is gonna be a banger too.
I'm so excited for that match.
That match is gonna be such a fucking banger.
So excited for that. That's part of the reason why I would have stayed up just to watch that fucking match. Like,
yeah, that is the co-main event, so that'll be second to last.
Yeah. So my 2 matches back to back. Here we go.
Yeah, and then they're finally doing so the KOPW, the King of Pro Wrestling little trophy. It's no longer a trophy. They're actually making a title belt for it because they're like, yeah, you can defend that title, just more of like a surname title essentially, throughout the year. And at the end of the year, whoever it is, you get like, I don't know, like a prize money or something. Well, they're finally ditching the trophy because of the last few years, the holders of it have fucking destroyed it. So they're making a title belt, but the title belt is fucking ugly as hell. So
every belt they come up with now is ugly.
Yeah,
their belt designer is.
Well, so in defense of the women's championship, at least, because it's not like eye catchy. It's it's reference of the first men's IWGP championship. So it's cool, like in a homage standpoint, but as a eye-catching, eye-appealing title belt, it's not.
I don't know if this is unpopular opinion. I think I've said it. I know part of this I've said on the show before. I don't hate the new IWGP World Heavyweight Championship. I don't hate it. However, the belt it replaced is legit one of the best belts.
Yes.
Like, in my opinion, that's one of my favorite belts. Yes. Just looks on appearance-wise. I fucking love that belt. And I really liked their Intercontinental title and their United States title. I feel like those 3 titles, because I feel like they have the big bulky middle kind of thing. Like, and that's what even if you look at AEW Championship, I feel like it's too thin. Like, it has the height, but it's too thin, and it doesn't. I don't know. It's just weird. But those
theirs is too high.
Yeah. But that's the thing is I don't hate the new IWGP World Heavyweight Championship. However, the belt it replaced was significantly better.
I've grown to accept the World Heavyweight title. But the V4 belt is amazing.
If the current belt didn't replace the last belt and it was just a belt that got brought in to add something or whatever, then I don't think it would catch as much heat. But I think because of the belt it replaced. And I was going to say, hey, let's read through the Wrestle Kingdom card really fast.
Do it. You can't say any of the names.
It's going to be like AJ trying to read those fucking Digimon cards. Like,
oh, bro. I was struggling halfway through. I was like,
bro, hey, guys.
I was like, I'm done.
So
I was like, fuck this.
I legit turned the video on and you started trying to read them. And I almost commented from my personal account saying, let's play a drinking game. Something about let's play a drinking game and see how many of these cards AJ reads wrong. Because I fucking die. But it was so funny. And my favorite part is he eventually got to a part of the video. He goes, okay, I'm not going to read these out loud anymore. Let's just see what we get.
Yeah, I was like, fuck this.
I'm
done.
So then I was like, hey, let's read through this card. So let's try to see what the fuck happens here, okay? That's a pre-show. Something participants to be determined. What's that pre-show? New Japan Ranabo. Determine who will challenge for the provisional KOPW 2023 championship at New Year Dash. Sure. Doesn't have any people there.
Yeah, because they have like 40 people in a Rambo.
Antonio Inoki Memorial 6-man tag match. Yuji Nagata, Satoshi Kojima, and Toji Makabe. Is that right?
Yep. Togi Makabe, Tatsumi Fujinami.
How much
versus Tatsumi Fujinami, Minoru Suzuki, and Tiger Mask. That tiger mask might be, I don't know, but really it's all the 6-man tag. It's all the old school because it's an Inoki because he passed away.
I don't remember his name.
Yeah, because Inoki passed away this past year, so they're doing a memorial for him. Granted, this Wrestle Kingdom is an entire memorial to Antonio Inoki, but that was the match that they dedicated to him. The first match for the IWGP Junior Heavyweight Tag Team Championships, Francisco Akira and TJP of United Empire versus Chaos's Lio Rush and Yo. The reason why we have this match, and that's why Hiroki Goto and Yoshihashi are facing, because both of these won the Tag League Championship. So Lio Rush and Yo won for the junior division.
AJ's so excited for that match. He fucking loves Lio Rush.
Yeah, it's so fucking great. It's amazing. Tam Nakano is the challenger versus Kairi for the IWGP Women's Championship. Likely this is where we're going to see Sasha Banks or Mercedes, whoever she's going to go by, likely after this match.
Hey, I got this next one. FTR, Dax Hardwood, Cash Wheeler.
Okay.
Fucking got it, dude. Fucking got
versus
it.
Yoshihashi and Hiroki Goto for the IWGP Tag Team Championships. Fourth match for the inaugural World TV Championship, which is also a terrible TV title. Ren Narita versus Zack Sabre Jr. For the never open weight.
Carl Anderson.
Okay. For the never open weight championship, defending Carl Anderson versus Tama Tongo. Likely, there's also, I've heard, potentially maybe AJ Styles shows up.
Ooh, okay.
Maybe. But we don't know.
What if AJ shows up with his New Japan haircut? Not only does he show up, but he shows up with the New Japan haircut.
I mean, it'd be cool. Sixth match, Keiji Muto's last New Japan Pro Wrestling match. Keiji Muto, Hiroshi Tanahashi, Shuta Umino versus Los Ingobernables de Japón, Tetsuya Naito, Sanada, and Bushi. That's probably going to be a sweet-ass match, too. For the IWGP Junior Heavyweight Championships, Taiji Ishimori defending versus Hiromi Takahashi, El Desperado, and Master Wato.
If I wasn't reading this card with him as he read it, I would think he's making this shit up.
And then for the double main event, the first match for the IWGP United States Championship. Blake, take it away.
Yeah, let me take this from. I got this from here. Okay, I got this.
Okay.
For the IWGP United States Heavyweight Championship, we got the champion Will Ospreay defending against Kenny Omega with Don Callis. I don't know why the fuck. Why is Don Callis with Kenny Omega?
Are you looking at the Wikipedia?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I'm actually on the New Japan website.
Oh no, I'm reading the Wikipedia.
Okay. You don't even know if Don Callis will be with him, to be honest.
It says it on Wikipedia. Because you're reading them backwards. The names you said first were the names I had last on Wikipedia for some reason.
Oh, well, yeah, that's how they have it here, too. I just scrolled all the way to the bottom and scrolled up.
So, yeah, that's what it says here. I don't know. And then for the IWGP, guess that right, World Heavyweight Championship, we have the Switchblade Jay White with Gato, according to this, versus Kazuchika Okada. Both of those matches are going to be crazy.
Look at you, Kazuchika Okada, saying it right.
I've only heard that one. I've heard that one a lot. I know how to say his first name. The rest of them, like I said, you could have made all those up, and I'd have been like, sure. But Hiroshi Tanahashi, that's the one that almost died, broke his neck or whatever, right? Is that the right?
No, that's Shibata. That's Shibata.
No,
that's Shibata.
Takahashi.
Yeah. Oh, Takahashi's. Yes. Yeah.
Tanahashi's the ace. Okay, never mind.
Yes, Tanahashi's the ace. Yeah.
I'm caught up.
Takahashi almost died. Yeah, he broke his neck.
Is he okay?
Who?
Takahashi.
Yeah, he's in the Junior Heavyweight Championship match.
Wait, what? Did we say his name?
Yes, I did.
You probably didn't catch it.
Oh, yeah, there it is. Okay. Junior Heavyweight Champion. There it is. Okay, I got you. I like him. I'm a fan of him. I like him.
Only...
He said it in Japanese. You probably didn't catch it.
Yeah, I missed that part.
So there's only let's see.
This
On the
is
main
219.
card, only what? Like 10? No, 9 matches for the main card, and then 10 including the tribute match, and then the Ranbo is always a pre-show because it's fucking.
So on mine, it has that the Inoki Memorial match as part of the main card on Wikipedia.
Okay.
So that's
a one-night show.
Yeah.
Yeah, so this one will probably open the show because they're probably gonna do a dedication to start.
It has, so Wikipedia has because it has 2 things with the P for, I guess, pre-show.
Yes.
It has that, like I said, the Ranbo, where it just says participants to be announced, and then it has Ryohei OIWA versus Bolton Oleg as for an exhibition match. It has that listed as number 1 for the pre-show. I don't know. Because it has, like I said, the whole Wikipedia card has 12 matches total, and it has those 2 in the pre-show, and then everything else it has listed as main card.
Yeah, so for a Ranbo, they get to the final 4, and then it's a fatal 4-way whatever night. So Wrestle Kingdom used to be, right, 2 nights. This is one of the first one they've done in years where everything is consolidated to 1 night. Granted, it's only 10, 11 matches. Where previous Wrestle Kingdoms, they were like 9, 10 matches per night, and 2 championship matches where, at least for last Wrestle Kingdom, it was Shingo versus Ospreay for the World Championship, and then Ospreay faced Okada because Okada won the G1, I think. So who won the G1 this year? I can't remember. It was Okada. Okada won the G1, and that's why he's challenging Jay White. So.
Yo, I just remembered that I think I have like an appointment Wednesday afternoon that I have to take off work early for. Yo, I might just take Wednesday off work and just watch this when it's.
There you go.
I think I might do that.
I'll be working from home on Wednesday, I think. So probably
first live Wrestle Kingdom.
I mean,
I might do it, dude. I might pull the trigger. I'm off for. Heck, I might as well take Tuesday off work. I'm already off work Monday. I don't know. We'll see.
Yeah.
But should be a fun show. Gonna be some good matches on there with some of those names that AJ totally made up on the spot.
Yep.
It's not who AJ said it was gonna be.
That's not the right name. AJ said it was something else.
Yeah.
All right. I think that's it. We got anything else?
Blake's gonna be messing the chat at 3 a.m. Who the fuck is? You didn't say it was this person.
AJ is just gonna respond in kanji.
Yeah.
Kanji, you dumb bitch.
This Arkansas accent.
No, he's wrestling somebody else on the card.
No.
Yeah. All right. We got anything else, or are we fucking wrapping this shit up?
Nah, we're wrapping up.
Pretty good.
We are good. I think we're done. Wrestle Kingdom. So next week, we're going to do a fucking show next week. If Dustin's here or not. If Joey's here or not. AJ, at least me and you will do a show next week. Hopefully you other folks will be here too. But we're going to have some reactions to Wrestle Kingdom. I think that's going to be probably what most of our show's about next week. Is going to be...
And also have a special 30-minute Impact segment.
Yeah. That'll be released Friday morning. That'll be released because we have to watch Impact on Thursday. Which I guess technically we should look up. The spoilers because it was probably happened like 2 weeks ago anyway. So
yeah,
we could probably just look it up. Yeah. I don't know. We'll figure something out. I think we're gonna. I got something we can talk about later for maybe some ideas of something to do. But like I said, I think that's it for us. We did a solid hour and a half show. Go us. Probably not a good thing. Too much content in one compacted space. But we'll be back next week with some Wrestle Kingdom talk. Maybe Dustin will be here. Maybe you won't. You guys got anything before we leave?
No.
All right. Well, fuck you guys. You know what I mean? We'll see you guys next week.